Hello everyone, I'm Meteorologist Don with a look at your Public Lands Council weekly weather update for this September 18th, 2021. It's being brought to you by Ag Risk Advisors and WSR Insurance Services Incorporated. This is what we're going to be watching for you as we head into the week ahead. For the western United States, big cool down this weekend and early next week. This will be about a 2 to 3 day period of time where the northern Rockies, the northern plains, the Pacific Northwest will see some cooler and in some areas wet weather, even some high mountain snow possible in the northern Rockies. And in the northern areas, temperatures will be cold enough that there could even be near freezing temperatures in a few areas. Then as we head on into the middle to the end of the week, temperatures are going to be rebounding and dry weather will dominate. So we're going to go back to a warmer, dry stretch of weather. The latest drought monitor has shown some increase in dryness across some parts of the southern plains over the last week, while the severe drought conditions continue over most of the northern plains and just about all of the western United States, just along and east of the Continental Divide and west of the Divide to the west coast. Now we do see a little bit of help coming. We'll show you that here in a minute. If we were to look at the change in the drought monitor over the last week, we have only very modest improvements in parts of Washington and Idaho here, parts of the Dakotas, some modest improvement, but the gray means no change in the drought status, and the yellow means conditions have actually gotten drier. But as we go forward into the next couple of days and over the next 7 to 10 days, we do see a little bit of help. Now, most of it comes in the short term. We have a low pressure system coming out of the Gulf of Alaska and off the coast of British Columbia that's going to swing across Washington and Oregon and Idaho this weekend, across the northern Rockies, then eventually into the Great Lakes. You can see this is going to be bringing some good moisture. The big winners will be Washington, Oregon, and even parts of Northern California, the Sierra Nevada of California, and up across areas of Idaho and Oregon and Washington State, where we've seen the fire situation being very poor. Well, there's some help coming to those areas. Parts of Montana going to get some needed moisture, parts of Wyoming as well. Now, across the Great Basin, Southern California into West Texas, through southern areas of Colorado, basically along and south of I-70, and into the desert Southwest, precipitation will be most lighter. But there's certainly good news for this area here. This is the best moisture we have seen, especially for Washington, Oregon, and Northern California, and parts of Idaho that we've seen in a while. Now, some of that will be in the form of snow in the high country. Look at the snow in the mountains of Canada, Alberta, British Columbia, then through the Yellowstone Plateau, and even to the central mountains of Colorado. This is not going to be what I'd call a big snow event for the high country, but certainly the start of the first salvo of the fall season into the western United States. By later in the week, the system moves through quickly. We have an upper level low in the Great Lakes moving out. High pressure builds back in. So the good news and bad news is that the good news, warmer, more comfortable early fall-like weather will develop over the western United States by mid to late in the week. So temperatures will rebound. However, we go right back to a dry forecast again. So the best precipitation chances are going to be right here, mainly coming early in the forecast period. This is when most of the moisture falls. So once we get beyond Tuesday and Wednesday of next week, do expect the western United States to go back to a dry weather pattern again. We do have some updated 30-day outlooks for you. The temperature outlook through October 17th over the next 30 days calls for above average temperatures for most of North America. Anywhere you see yellow or orange, the forecasted temperatures are above average. White means average, blue means a little below average. So the coolest part of the nation is going to be right here relative to normal over the next 30 days. Now, precipitation-wise, there's a little bit of good news. Notice Washington, Oregon, Idaho, western Montana, and far northern California. The blue and the green shows above average precipitation. White means average, brown means below average. So there's going to be more good news for you folks in the Pacific Northwest and parts of central and northern California. There is moisture coming. Hopefully that will continue to help with the wildfire situation. We don't expect a lot of precipitation in this area here. You normally don't in mid to late September. But as we get into early October, we are expecting that precipitation chances will start to get a little bit better again. Our summary through the next week calls for cooler and wet for some areas. Again, most of this happens this weekend through Tuesday. That high mountain snow will be something that will be the first we have seen, at least on a widespread basis this season. For you folks in Montana, Wyoming, the western Dakotas, western areas of Nebraska, some of the higher mountain valleys of northern Colorado, Idaho, and even Utah, you're going to be near freezing in some of those higher valleys early this upcoming week before we warm up. And then we will warm up and have a return to warmer, drier conditions in the western U.S., probably beginning Wednesday and continuing through the weekend. Thanks for watching, everyone. Our next update will be Saturday, the 25th of September.